Alright, here we go. This is a 3v3 custom match on Simple between the green team on the left side, Dragonburst1 in the Tomcat Striker, WayWay in the Deep Sea Osprey, and ThyTombStone in the Gothic Warthog. ThyTombStone, very well-known caster in the community. If you're watching these videos, it's very likely that you've actually already seen Thy in a stream, but if you haven't, just go down to the description or my channel description. I have links to him and Compton EMT as well. They are probably the most active AirMech streamers at the moment. And please be sure to check out their channels. And their opponents are the blue team on the right side, tkme2ru72 in the standard Neo, darkblaze47 also in the standard Neo, and StarDog in the medic Osprey. And a weird 4-seeker push coming out here for StarDog. For blue team, and they actually already have artillery. They aren't really pushing really hard with tanks. Oh, but actually Darkblaze coming over here, dropping one boomer at each moneymaker. Two go down on this left side. On this bottom left one, it does go down very quickly. He's going for the leveler. Don't know if he's going to be able to get it. Probably will, because no one's dropping here to save it. He is not. Oh, actually, yes, he does. I thought WayWay was going to be able to grab it. Almost kind of goes under the bridge there, and now Darkblaze is getting pinned down by Thy. We'll walk all the way back. Neos are still pretty quick on the ground, not like a bomber, but still pretty darn quick on the ground, and he's actually getting this neutral kill. I think Thy dropped to try to race him to that kill, but did not get it there. And now blue and green are finally in this normal battle for the middle outpost, but green actually has a lot more units over here. They've been able to get their units, their clump of units further up than blue has. Even though blue has some artillery firing over here, these tanks are what really pack the punch. And blue has, and actually I have not noticed, but Dragonburst and tkme2, whatever that guy's name is, has both either got kicked or left. And so we pretty much right now have a 2v2 with two derpy AIs running around doing drops in front of tank blobs the whole match. That's pretty much what's going to happen now. So it is WayWay and Thy versus Darkblaze and StarDog for the rest of the match, pretty much. Now there are, let's see, there are really few artillery firing in for green. Now, actually, Thy dropping here, I think he probably went for a moneymaker kill, and that Seeker is thwarting him away. He's going for the self-destruct, but now self-destruct does require to stay still, but he still does get it. And Thy, with that really great, decision-making, really quick, pretty much knew he was going to get killed, drops immediately, hit that self-destruct, stopped moving, and got it off in time, denying that experience. He is already back, but does get killed in the air by StarDog. StarDog, well known for his dogfighting skills, but that time with just really good positioning with his shots, I think, just because Thy was just sitting right there. And at this point, there are a lot of artillery firing in for blue. Even though green has a lot of units over here, because blue has this many artillery, as long as blue holds out and doesn't get their artillery killed, then they should be cleaning up. Even though WayWay is doing a lot of healing, this artillery, especially against clumped up units, not that clumped up anymore actually, but yes, artillery against clumped up units is you're pretty much not going to be able to out micro heal that with an Osprey. And StarDog also in the Osprey able to heal up a lot. I was about to call out AI got killed, but not really that significant. And at this point, blue is cleaning up pretty well. Green has a lot of units around this outpost, though. That's the thing. And that is very, very effective, especially against artillery, because artillery is most effective against clumped up units. And at this point, green has a really good position just because they have these artillery. These artillery aren't really hitting as many units as you normally would want to in artillery. Darkblade dropping with an EMP is kind of dangerous back here because there are quite a lot of units, but actually there's only that one Seeker. Oh, but he's very heavily under Seeker fire, does back away quick enough to get away without getting killed. StarDog healing him up as well, and I don't actually think, I'm not sure, can you heal an enemy, or an allied Neo with an Osprey while it's cloaked? I'm not 100% sure. Is Darkblaze under the bridge there? I'm pretty sure that's an effect of the new Neo ground model. That's not good. But yeah, well, maybe I'll do a little experimenting later. But yes, he was kind of under the bridge there, and I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to go there. But at this point, blue has quite a lot more artillery up now than green. Are they? Yes, green only has 2, and Thy dropping with a Warthog with this tank in support with a very, very common, effective, extremely effective tactic with that Warthog, just dropping with a tank or 2 Jackals or something in front of you to tank all that damage and to contribute to more damage and just landing behind it and using your extremely high DPS with that Warthog and, you know, getting a lot more kills there. But right now, we do have this normal unit back and forth, healing everything up with artillery thing that happens pretty much in every simple battle. Right now, we have one for the right side against this power station, this blue power station, but I would say the majority of the pressure is going down on mid against green team, just because blue has a lot more artillery and has a lot of units sitting over here that artillery aren't really raining down on as much, but actually green has been able to get a lot more Archies up. And with that damage reduction, that 10% damage reduction, I think a lot of people have been going for the Archie with the extended range more than the Artie that has a little bit more power. And Darkblaze very low on life, but Thigh was really trying to figure out where he was, shooting in circles to try to detect him in that cloak, but was not able to get him because he never lifted off. And Thigh actually doesn't have anything into air to ground, and now StarDog healing up Darkblaze, which is a Neo. You don't really see it that much, that technique that much. Usually it's an Osprey healing a Warthog, and now Darkblaze with the boomers trying to cloak back, dropping them. Oh man, they are gonna go off. But Thigh does have a really good pickup there and avoids that tank from getting hit from any of that splash damage. And Darkblaze and StarDog right in the face of this tank. Now StarDog healing up Darkblaze, and you know these players are really supporting each other very well. And Thigh followed back by a lot of missiles. Look at all those missiles that were following him back. That is extremely dangerous, especially ever since the outpost healing nerf. That happened actually quite a while ago, but before, as long as you were over your outpost, you were good because the outpost heal was so much. And Darkblade dropping a boomer, getting that splash damage off on the outpost. And actually gets trapped in the outpost because of that bunkered tank. That happens quite often nowadays. I'm not really sure if that's a problem really, but I think actually it is. But at this point, now it's a little bit more of the same, but there is just quite a lot more of the same happening just because now Blue, look at all the artillery that Blue has up. They have 7 Archies up over here, yeah, oh, let's see. Now they are starting to go with generators a little bit concerned about their power consumption. Darkblaze putting down a generator there. And you know, StarDog healing up all these artillery, and this is what happens when you have Osprey versus Osprey. Artillery war is sort of inevitable just because Osprey is extremely effective against artillery, and I mean with artillery, that both teams tend to have their both. Oh, and Darkblaze does get killed by enemy units, along with, you know, I think Thigh put a lot of damage onto him as well. But yeah, Osprey has so much, is really good at supporting artillery that's pretty much the direction you go, and your artillery don't die, and both teams just have so much artillery firing into each other. And now the AI actually with a pretty good EMP there probably will get killed, but you know, these AI are, you know, I've noticed them getting a little bit better. I don't know about you guys, but the artillery has gotten so much better, or not the artillery, the AI has gotten so much better recently. Before, they would just absolutely not know what to do at all, and Darkblaze did do a quick flyby there. I think he did get a moneymaker. I did miss that. I'm very sorry about that, but I'm not going backwards. There is no rewind feature in this, and and now green has a lot. Okay, I think green is winning this artillery war. They are pushing blue back quite a lot. This is, and you know, this is kind of what you see nowadays is everything going on the sides of the outpost versus in front of the outpost, because everything in front of the outpost just gets destroyed by artillery. This does get down to neutral momentarily. I don't know if green will be able to get this back anytime soon, but I don't think blue will be able to take it anytime soon. If that, there is a lunchbox sitting over here for green. That's why it was able to last for so long, and Thigh with the rampage, getting Darkblaze with that kill. And now StarDog just flying around healing as much as he can, but oh, and now Thigh coming over close to this factory, killing a tank, does snipe that tank out from under blue. They do not notice him attacking there. But now green is able to, okay, now they are leapfrogging the artillery a little bit closer up, so they are forcing blue even further back. This power station does go down to neutral, and it's only 2 lights up for blue. They will be able to relight this, but there are oh, actually they aren't able to relight it. There was that blue boomer or that green boomer that did go off and taking down an extra bulb, and all these artillery these infantry putting a lot of damage into this outpost. You know, bulbs go up and bulbs go back down, and especially because of these artillery that are facing here, they are all raining down on this outpost that I do not think that they'll be able to hold it for much longer. StarDog here trying to heal up what he can, but it's really not going to be fast enough with so much artillery artillery pouring in, just pouring in. Literally, like, look at all these artillery. That is a lot. That is a lot. Even though they're Archies and not Arties, that is just a lot. They're all firing non-stop. And Thigh with the dominating, getting it on that AI. But dominating is dominating, right? StarDog and darkblaze haven't gotten dominating on their AI, so yeah, still pretty legit. But actually, Blue is actually holding up pretty well considering all the Archies firing in here. I would have expected all their units to be gone already, but and 2 tanks do get dropped over here. Darkblaze is cleaning it up, but that does give Thigh an opening to drop more tanks over here, dropping back here, killing a lot of units. Even though if he gets taken down here, I would say this is worth the trip, and he doesn't. He does get back to his outpost quickly. This outpost is once again blue, but once again, not really going to stay blue. There's just so many. All the infantry, all the creeps are pouring in and hitting over here, which is really helping green with that support. And you know, and Goliath now out on the field for the green team. WayWay dropping them with that Osprey he does have level 1 carry, so he is bringing up a little bit faster than you would normally see. But I mean, I guess Ospreys do usually put a lot of points into carry, not just heal. Obviously depending on your playstyle, and it does help you with the micro. But there are Berthas on the field for blue. Some of them pointing kind of in the middle of nowhere, but all others, like these over here, are pointing in a very advantageous position. But green now has this outpost surrounded fairly well with units, and now it's just going to be a slow push toward the right side. I do not know if blue will be able to recover. And Thigh does go down, and yeah. But he does have only 1 slice of pie remaining. That extremely unique flare that Thigh has received from the devs, it only is given to him, that I think it fills with a slice every time you get killed. That's what I was told. Someone watching him, I think, in the spectate, and yeah, I think it just every time he gets a kill, it does fill 1 slice, I think. AI got killed. Who cares? And darkblaze dropping back here is forced to cloak to get away. But you know what? Green is not advancing as well as I thought they would, just because all of these Berthas over here are positioned for blue, and anything they put over here just dies so quick without any they really have to roll them through. But Berthas for green are going up. And they are pointing very well. They do have majority of these Berthas flankers. I think this one is firing over in here, but there are 2, and I think there is gonna be that is an Archie, but and right here Darkblaze dropping 2 2 Jackals in the back of this outpost, and Jackals really do a good job neutralizing outposts. So WayWay forced to drop that Dillo to try to take care of it. And actually, this outpost does get neutralized. Darkblaze was retrieving 2 Jackals just there, and he was able to neutralize that. But there is, again, another lunchbox. I think the lunchbox just got transferred, but pretty much their forwardmost power station, or their forwardmost outpost that they own, green team, they just shift the lunchbox there, and that just makes it that much harder for blue to advance on green, because it's just that much harder to neutralize whatever outpost they own that's the closest to the contested area. But oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Berthas for blue, and only this one left for green. I do not see the other one. I'm pretty sure that was already killed. And Darkblaze with the boomers in queue. He is trying to do a little bit of harassment back here, shooting from the back, and is not really getting contested at all, except for that one seeker that is getting blocked by the outpost corner. He is a little bit low on life, so he does cloak, and he will be able to get away. Super speedy Neo does get away there. StarDog trying to handle these drops from Thigh, putting down a lunchbox, and Thigh probably going to get that moneymaker kill. He does, and drops. StarDog trying to drop a tank to deal with Thigh, but he really needs a Seeker. He does have that queued, and he does drop it. He's waiting for Thigh to really settle in, and now he has to just micro that Seeker around to be able to thwart Thigh properly. There are these Longhorn here, but it's not really going to be enough. Thigh is just Viking dancing up and down really quickly, and Darkblaze is forced to come back to help StarDog deal with Thigh, and they do finally take him down, but that was really damaging for blue team. Thigh getting a lot of damage in, getting, wasting a lot of StarDog's time there, and forcing Darkblaze back is just probably one of the most productive uses of a distraction, of a forward attacking tactic that I've ever seen. Just because of how effective it was. This outpost does go down in neutral, but it is still surrounded by, well, partially surrounded by green units. There is that Goliath there, and Goliaths are quite amazing, especially, at defending and attacking. But there are still quite a lot of Berthas here. This is pretty much the reason why the game has not progressed any further, just because of all those Berthas pretty much drawing a no landing zone. Just this area, this low area close to this power station is pretty much the area where if green drops something, it'll die super quick unless they heal it up. And they don't even have this outpost owned, so they can't even heal them up usually. Oh, and boomers do go down. Even though the green got it back, those boomers before Darkblaze go down, and he was able to retake it, or not retake it, but re-neutralize it. And now all those green units that were over here are pretty much dead. StarDog and Darkblaze have pretty much cleaned them up, and now they have an advantage with all these Berthas, all the green units. Even though they had a lot of Goliaths and Berthas, green team has lost them all. And because they were the ones trying to advance, they were the ones kind of doing the kind of risk-reward thing where they were trying to lose units to gain position, and it just wasn't working. And I think that is partially due to the mechanic of how the Bertha just works so well. Does take Darkblaze, and WayWay does take down StarDog there, and now we do have a pretty much a complete wipe on blue team, even though the AI wasn't included there. Oh, and Thy does get taken down as well, but that was by enemy units. WayWay now the only one over here. I'm not really counting the AIs for anything for the most part. The AI at this point is just extra experience kills for each team to get. And those boomers were not successful. That was able to be picked up before they would go off, and Darkblaze again forced the cloak away. There are Goliaths pushing on the front of middle right now, and there are these Berthas that have been leapfrogged over, and now green is really on the ropes. They don't have Berthas out on the field. They only have these few tanks over here, and I guess the favorable position. But you know what? The favorable position belongs to the team that has all these Berthas lined up in the field, on the line of battle, on the front lines. And Darkblaze is able to neutralize this. I'm pretty sure again with the boomers. He is really low in life, but has plenty of energy. Will be able to pretty much sneak away with that cloak. Thy trying to follow him, but to no avail. It's really impossible. I mean, it's full of cloak. You literally can't see where they are. But yeah, green still has its outpost. I don't think they're going to be able to hold it for very long, just because these Berthas are just completely killing every single thing that green drops over there. Thy almost gets away, but StarDog does take him down. And WayWay, now again the only player over here. Darkblaze doing a lot of harassment with that EMP. This outpost does go neutral, and I mean, WayWay puts that artillery down. That's kind of what you should do. He does get killed by the AI. The AI actually is pretty much best at dogfighting. I remember the developers saying that if they're going to make anything impossible, or like if you're going to make the AIs extremely good, the easiest way to do that is to make them the most efficient dogfighters ever. Just because that's literally the easiest logic to program. Just make them have perfect aim and perfect acceleration, tap fire perfectly, or whatever. But yeah, that's why a lot of the time, if you get killed by AI a lot in the air, that's pretty much why, because their dogfighting skills are pretty OP. And now, blue has been able to take this. There's a lot of Goliaths surrounding, and there's a lot of high-level creep pushing up on this power station. Green is getting pushed back further and further. They are really starved for credits at this point, because every time they put something down, it does get killed, and that's not really their fault. It's kind of just a direct result of how economically this match is going. Darkblaze did, I think that was Darkblaze, drop a Longhorn over here, and it did pull the green members away from the battlefield long enough for blue to grab this power station. Now the fight will shift to between these two, and as you can see, there has been a lot of units already put down for blue in this, around that power station, and now there was an incoming tank for blue, or a blue incoming tank toward the green's fort, and that does force them to just divert their attention momentarily to be able to handle it. And at this point, I don't know how green can come back. I guess they have to turtle up, wait to counter push, but that's really not the style of high-level players to go. I mean, as far as I've seen, there's been very, very few high-level matches that I've seen people, the high-level players turtle up and, try to last as long as possible, because most high-level players know that that will not work, and Thigh does go down to darkblaze there. He was very low on life. And StarDog instructing pushing and massing Seekers, or at least not pushing, or not instructing, but notifying darkblaze that that is what's happening right now. And they are doing it from way, way back, and green will not see this until it hits the, pretty much this area. Thigh gonna get this Bertha kill, I think. Yes, but I mean, and actually, because that was a Bertha kill, it really does relieve a lot of the pressure. I mean, obviously this massive push is incoming, but assuming it wasn't, it would be a good turn for green, because they would have been able to relieve a lot of pressure, because just that one Bertha kill, there aren't that many more Berthas out on the field, and it would have been really, really effective. Thigh does go down to units there, and WayWay gets taken out by StarDog on the retreat. Osprey on Osprey violence there, but now this humongous line of everything is coming for green team, and it's really, really looking bad. I mean, it's quite clear. Look at all these units, and green team on WayWay and Thigh's credits, you can see it's only 3,000 to 2,000 something, and so there is definitely not going to be enough to for green team to be able to defend it properly. darkblaze getting off that EMP, but Thigh actually lives off in time to get away there, and WayWay actually doesn't even get finished by that EMP there. Oh, but now all these Seekers come over and will be able to completely thwart any of the green mechs that come over to the southern side of the base. And God, look at all those missiles coming. It's just and this game is pretty much over. There are too many units on the front door, and darkblaze47 and StarDog, along with their AI buddy, do take this match over WayWay and Thigh. This is RUI, and that's game. I'm going to click the continue button, and now these are the end game stats. I forgot, I don't really look at these very much, but I have been requested to hit the continue button, because I know a lot of the top tier players can really interpret these stats. If someone wants to give me a tutorial, that would be great. But I'm pretty sure final score is pretty much directly correlated to your in-game score at the time, or it's exactly that. I'm pretty sure this is mechs killed and times you were killed. So Thigh and WayWay actually both going positive. Is that okay? Don't take my word for that. I'll just leave it up to you. This is RUI, and that's game. See you next time.